Okay. We just saw the bet.
That's right.
You told him to do what?
I told Skip that when he lost, what he was going to have to wear, I was going to get to pick out his wardrobe. I never liked his wardrobe to begin with.
You don't know that. Yes,
but I think this is the first day I actually do like what he's wearing. Skip, come on out here, boy.
Skip is here. He didn't call in sick. I know you guys thought he might have called in sick. Skip, get over here. Be a good sport. Look, what's wrong? Why is he looking that way? I don't understand. Skip, you are a mess.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Okay.
This is beautiful.
All right.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Workers' comp. I don't want to be damaged in the midst of this. So, Skip Bayless.
Zoom in on the head. Zoom in on the head.
Is wearing TNT gear, the Money Team hat, as well as the Money Team shirt, and it says the best ever. TBE.
There you go. It looks nice on you, man. You know what I love about it more than anything? The shirt is actually in Cowboys colors.
The hat.
Isn't it beautiful?
The hat looks like an engineer's hat.
Hey, listen, you bought this on yourself. Skip Bayless will be wearing this for 2 hours. 2 hours today.
Wait, time out.
Yes.
Is that the deal?
Yes, it is.
He's wearing
Yes, it is. Just
the
like
entire show?
I wore a Dallas Cowboys jersey and hat for 2 hours.
Whoa.
He's keeping that on for 2 hours.
You're keeping that? Okay. I didn't know.
I've got nothing to say. This show belongs from start to finish to my partner, Stephen A. Smith, who thinks he was victorious on Saturday night. The stage is yours.
All right. What happened, my friend?
Manny got schooled.
Okay.
That's what happened. Listen. Was it the most exciting fight in the world? No, it was not. We understand that. There's a lot of people that have been complaining about it. They didn't see a knockout like I predicted. I thought Floyd was going to take him out in the 11th round. It did not happen. You thought Floyd was going to get taken out in the 7th round. It did not happen. Freddie Roach, who, by the way, now owes me a pair of Tom Ford shoes.
Wait, time out. And we looked them up. The shoes that you wanted specifically are $2,000.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And I want my shoes.
Okay.
I want my shoes, and I expect Freddie Roach to pay up. Okay. In reality, in all seriousness, here's what it comes down to, y'all. When you can't hit somebody, it demoralizes you. Manny Pacquiao actually looked like he quit. He looked so frustrated, so demoralized, because he got so schooled. He trapped Floyd Mayweather against the ropes. 1 minute, Floyd Mayweather is doing a rope-a-dope. The next minute, he'll grab him and he holds him, because that's what Floyd will do. He tried to trap him in the corner. Floyd kept escaping. Floyd was sitting there right in front of his face. The next thing you know, he was gone. Manny Pacquiao connected on 19% of his punches. 81% of his punches. This speed demon that y'all were talking about. This dude with the hands so fast, so much faster than Floyd Money Mayweather, so much more skilled than Floyd Money Mayweather, so much more powerful than Floyd Money Mayweather, was hitting nothing but air. He got essentially embarrassed. Not because it was literal embarrassment from the perspective that Manny Pacquiao, you know what, oh my Lord, he just got completely destroyed. No, what happened is Floyd Mayweather, as cool as the other side of the pillow, a tribute to my the great Stuart Scott, sat up there, came into the ring, heard all of this noise, this nonsense and everything else, and he said, I'm going to fight my fight. I know what I'm doing. I'm the magician in the ring. It went back to what I told you Floyd told me years ago. I can crack any Da Vinci Code in that ring. I'm the best. And that's what he did. He cemented the reality that he is the best of the modern day era. He took Pac-Man. He made him look slow. He made him look hesitant. He made him look like he didn't know what he was doing. And ultimately, he snatched Manny Pacquiao's heart right out of his chest, because Manny Pacquiao didn't have anything. He appeared demoralized. He looked depressed after the fight. Then comes up with some excuse about how his shoulder was hurting. Just so you know, after the fight, and then Sunday morning when I was on with Hannah Storm on SportsCenter, Floyd Mayweather and I spoke, and he said, excuses about Manny Pacquiao's shoulder. I came into the fight with 2 bad shoulders, and everyone knows my history of having bad hands. I've got my massage therapist here right now massaging my hands and taking care of me, because both of my hands was messed up, both of my shoulders were messed up, and it didn't stop me. I didn't make any excuses, so why should Manny Pacquiao get away with it? The boy got schooled. Freddie Roach, 7-time trainer of the year, got schooled. Bob Arum, the great Bob Arum, who's in his 80s, who's been around forever, who was the promoter for Mayweather for 10.5 years, who came on my radio show and told me Floyd's feet are not what they used to be. He can't move. He can't do this. He can't do that. None of it mattered. He got schooled too. And to top it all off, Floyd walked away with a $100 million check that night. I ain't even counting the other $100 million coming.
That's coming in.
All right. I'm talking about the $100 million check that he got Saturday night. He took their money. He took their reputation. He took their bravado. He took their heart. He took everything from them and reduced them to nothing more than an excuse to try and get a rematch with them so they could finally get paid themselves. Floyd Money Mayweather.
This one.
Took it out. Took them out. All of them together. And last but not least, he saved the best for last when he said, you. Who's that guy on the show with Stephen?
My name.
He knows
I know he knows your name. I know he knows your name. But he said, who's that other guy on the show with Stephen A. Smith? Why did he say that? Because he was pointing the finger at you with all of your hyperbole and everything like that. Who's wearing the hat? It is you.
Are you
my friend.
Floyd?
You, my friend. You, my friend. I will respect you because you honored the bet and you came out and wore what you wore. But in the end, the blasphemy that you spoke, you played the role in doing this to Manny Pacquiao too.
What?
Then you got what you deserve. The floor is yours.
I can't.
Have you said enough? Because I've heard enough. Are you done?
I'm done, Skip. Go ahead, man.
He's about to explode. Let me scoot over.
Hold on, I got my tea here. So
Is it okay if I stand up for just a second?
Yeah, do whatever
Can
you
you
gotta
keep
do.
me on camera if I'm standing, please?
All right, I'm going to move out the way.
I have worn this garbage long enough. This is it. Done with you.
What?
I have worn this garbage long enough.
You're not going to honor the bet?
This is coming off.
What are you doing?
TBE, the biggest ego ever. That's all this stands for. TBE, the biggest. Where's the camera? Right there. You got it. Right there. Right in the camera. Okay. I got to fix my hair. I got to fix me. Now, it's my turn to talk on this show because I got a whole lot to say and you got a whole lot to listen to. You know what, my friend Stephen A. Smith, and I do love you like a brother, though sometimes it's difficult.
Yeah, I know. Siblings.
If Floyd Mayweather Jr. had dominated and punished Manny Pacquiao the way you thought he would, if this fight had been stopped in the 11th round the way you called that it would be because Manny just couldn't continue because he was too hurt, you know what? I would wear that blasphemous t-shirt, TBE, and that silly engineer's hat for 2 hours of this show. But that did not happen on Saturday night. Here's the truth of what happened on Saturday night. Manny Pacquiao won that fight. Manny Pacquiao definitely thought he had won the fight because he said so right after the fight, as matter-of-factly and from the heart as he could, I won the fight. Manny Pacquiao went so far as to say the bottom line was, he didn't do nothing. That's my bottom line to the whole fight. Floyd Mayweather didn't do nothing. Evander Holyfield said right after the fight, the former champion we had on this show, what did he say? Manny Pacquiao won this fight fair and square. And I don't even want to talk about the shoulder issue, the shoulder injury. I don't care. Regardless of whether his shoulder was hurt or not, Manny Pacquiao won this fight, as I detailed on Twitter from start to finish. I'm not doing sour grapes. I'm not doing sore loser here. I'm not speaking from the heart. I am speaking from the head with which I scored the fight from round to round. I had it 115, 113, Manny Pacquiao. I had Pacquiao winning 7 rounds to Mayweather's 5 rounds. I had Pacquiao winning 2, 3, especially 4 and 6, 10 and 12, which obviously Floyd just conceded 12 because Floyd thought the fight was over. I had Floyd Mayweather winning 1 because Manny came out tentative, 5, 7. I gave Floyd 9, and I don't even think he deserved to win 9, but I gave it to him. And round 11, I thought Floyd won round 11. This thing's driving me crazy,
yeah,
so I'm done with that. I'm done with the shirt, with the hat, and with my IFB for this segment. Okay. All that Floyd Mayweather did was he mostly ran and he danced and he rope-a-doped after he blasted the great Muhammad Ali in your all-access piece, saying that he was over-glorified for rope-a-doping George Foreman. That's all I saw that he did. He played rope-a-dope. Manny Pacquiao landed more shots, did more damage in rounds 4 and 6 than Mayweather did in the entire fight to Manny Pacquiao. When the fight was over, I thought Pacquiao was ready to go for a jog. He had a little mark up here, but he was mostly unmarked. Most of the damage in the fight was done by Pacquiao to Mayweather, especially in round 4 and 6. And the reason I picked 7, the Pacquiao team told me a month ago they were convinced they could take out Floyd Mayweather within 4 rounds. Obviously, Manny went for the quote-unquote kill in the 4th round. I thought he had Floyd in trouble. I thought he let him off the hook and off the ropes too quickly. Floyd was getting hammered in round 4 and again in round 6. So, Stephen A. Smith, I step back and I say, what was I taught? Remember, I've been covering boxing a lot longer than you've been covering boxing. Is that fair to say?
That's fair to say.
My first fight that I covered was in September of 1978. 36 years ago, I covered Ali Spinks 2, the second fight in New Orleans. What was I taught from the start about how you score a boxing match? Unless there's a knockdown, the aggressor almost always wins the round. Who was the aggressor for most of the fight? Seriously, who was the aggressor? Manny Pacquiao was the aggressor.
That is true.
I got him in at least 7 rounds being more aggressive. I thought it was 8 or 9. I'm trying to be objective here, but the aggressor wins the fight. That was Evander Holyfield's point. He thought that Pacquiao was clearly more aggressive throughout the fight. But what happened? The judges scored the fight as if Floyd Mayweather was the invincible, undefeated champion and Pacquiao was the unknown underdog. Manny Pacquiao's a champion too. You got to score it straight up. It's almost like they wouldn't give Pacquiao a round unless he all but drew blood on Floyd Mayweather. That's a joke to me, because if you took this fight and put it in a vacuum, just in a vacuum, if you did not know the reputation of this fighter or the lack of reputation of this fighter, just those 2 fighters, and you got independent judges from around the world to score it, trust me, Manny Pacquiao would win that fight. Floyd Mayweather was mostly, I saw more smoke and mirrors from Mayweather than I'd see in a Las Vegas magic act. There were more mirages than you see in the Las Vegas desert, because he's mostly preening. He's acting like he's winning. He's shaking his head on rope-a-dope. He's dancing side to side like he's some little Ali. He acted the part very well. He impressed the judges very well. He did not win the fight. And the other thing that colored America's perception, for sure, was the guy that we had sitting in this seat, both in Las Vegas and in this studio, Roy Jones Jr. I love Roy, but he showed his true colors on our show, especially in Las Vegas. Was it Thursday's show I believe Roy was on? He's a Floyd fan. From the start, after Manny gave up the first round because he was tentative, Roy Jones Jr. was completely over the top for Floyd Mayweather. He colored America's perception from the start about the fight. He misled people into thinking that Mayweather was dominating the fight when he wasn't. When actually Pacquiao was fighting a very smart fight from start to finish. He actually fought a Floyd smart fight, because I was worried that Manny was going to take one shot and get rocked and get dropped. Did not happen. He got caught one time the whole fight with one right hand from Floyd Mayweather. Floyd got caught 3 or 4 big times. That's what Evander Holyfield was saying. So in the end, I love the line from Manny. He didn't do nothing. Manny Pacquiao won the fight. I wore that junk that I wore for a little while because you deserve that much, but I'm not going to wear it again.
Fine. Go ahead and dishonor your bet. It's okay.
Okay.
It's all right. That's what you're doing, and that's fine, because I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Here's the reality of the situation, Skip. Roy Jones Jr. thought he won the fight. Max Kellerman thought he won the fight. Our very own Dan, hold on, let me finish.
Yeah.
Dan Rayfield thought he won the fight. Dan Watson from Yahoo Sports thought he won the fight. Teddy Atlas, who picked Pacquiao, thought Mayweather won the fight. We're not simply sitting there and saying that Floyd did X, Y, and Z. Let's be real and let's be serious here. Don't even worry about your paper. Just listen to what I'm here.
I got so many more points.
I know that. I know that.
And I'm forget one of them.
And I know you're not going to forget. But I'm dead serious about this. Skip Bayless, you've been around boxing long enough to know that what type of a fighter you are is what you are. Floyd Mayweather is a person devoid of one-punch knockout power. He goes into the ring. He outboxes you. His jab was there all night long. He could hit Manny with the jab anytime he wanted to. Every time he threw the jab, it was knocking Manny in his face. Now, did it hurt him? No. But the point that I'm trying to make to you is that it kept Manny off of him. Manny Pacquiao threw nearly 500 punches, Skip. He didn't even connect on 85. The fact of the matter, wait a minute. Skip, he connected on 19% of his punches. He missed 81% of his punches. Where was the quickness? Where was the Mr. Manny Pacquiao? Where was the guy that we saw shadow boxing with all of his speed and all that stuff?
Yeah.
We thought this was a mega fight. Nobody thought this was a mega fight because they were going to confuse Floyd Mayweather Jr. with being Tommy Hitman Hearns. We know what he is. What makes it great is that whether it's Miguel Cotto in the past, or Canelo Alvarez in the past, or an Oscar De La Hoya in the past, you saw a guy in Floyd Mayweather going into the ring with guys who were bigger, who were stronger, that had knockout power. In Manny's case, he wasn't bigger or stronger. He was smaller, but with electrifying speed and knockout power. And what happened, Skip? He could do nothing. More than half his punches.
Did you happen to see round 4?
Listen,
did you see round
6? And I give you that. I give you both Flurries in both rounds 4 and 6. I gave Manny Pacquiao both of those rounds. What I am saying to you, Skip, is that outside of that, most of his shots, he was missing. Floyd was there. He was gone. Floyd Mayweather boxed him. Manny Pacquiao, a great fighter, was reduced to average status because he was in there with the best. And in the end, this is not a Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, because I know you thought Sugar Ray Leonard won that fight.
I did.
I was somebody that leaned towards Hagler. But my point to you is Hagler's aggression, he would tie Sugar Ray up, he would throw body shots and do a lot of things, but Sugar Ray managed to steal the rounds late, the last 30 seconds. Manny Pacquiao couldn't even do that. The last couple of rounds, Skip, he looked like he quit. He was so demoralized.
Not in 12.
Listen,
Floyd ran the whole 12
10 and 11.
All right.
What I'm saying to you is this. In the sport of boxing, when somebody can't hit you, it's the ultimate demoralizing thing. No mas.
Yeah.
Roberto Duran quitting against Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray never hurt him. The first fight, he beat him up.
There was something else going on there.
No. The first fight, he beat him up.
Yeah.
The second fight, Sugar Ray said, I'm not going to stand toe-to-toe with him. I'm not going to stand toe-to-toe with him. I'm going to be evasive. All of a sudden, he couldn't find Sugar Ray, and he just threw his hands up because he couldn't catch him. He couldn't take being embarrassed. The Manny Pacquiao you saw in the post-fight conference, he was a man that was embarrassed, Skip, because Manny Pacquiao, I couldn't hit him. That's the reality. And you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, but you're leaving out the part about because he was running. Running.
There was plenty of time. Hold on, wait a minute. There was plenty of times Floyd was either on the ropes, in the corner, or right in front of me. I'm not saying he didn't hold. I'm not saying there were times that he wasn't running. I'm telling you, vast majority of the fight, he was in the corner, he was on the ropes, or he was right in front of Manny Pacquiao's face, and Manny Pacquiao couldn't hit him. He could not hit him. This is boxing, y'all. I like to see Mike Tyson knocking people out, Lennox Lewis knocking people out, or Gennady Golovkin knocking people out, or somebody like that. But guess what? That doesn't always happen. And you know why? Because no matter who you put in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather, he demoralizes them because defensively, he's just too gifted. He's too slippery, man. And he embarrassed Pacquiao. Had Pacquiao swinging at air. At air, Skip.
No,
air.
You want to address that?
Oh, do I? I have said many, many times on this show, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the greatest defensive fighter I have ever seen.
That's what we talk about.
And that was on display on Saturday night.
That's what we're saying.
I have said that. But you cannot beat an equal challenger when you have little to no offense. I saw little to no offense. The only offense I saw from Floyd, I told you he landed one punch the whole night, caught him here, one time with the right. His offense consisted mostly of tying him up, putting him in a headlock. Really? Is that all you got?
And the jab, and the jab, and the straight right from time to time.
If you want to count a couple of low blows, I'll give you the couple of low blows. Seriously, there's just not the rat-a-tat jab. It's not enough. It's not enough to win the fight. Who took the most punishment? Who took the most punishment?
It wasn't Floyd.
Oh, please.
It wasn't Floyd.
Are you kidding me?
He barely got touched.
Oh, in round 4, he was getting pummeled in the corner.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my goodness. Skip.
Are you kidding?
Everybody in the world, even the folks in the Philippines that had to sit there and monitor their electricity, they know that Manny Pacquiao lost the fight.
They do not.
They all know, Skip. Everybody knows Manny Pacquiao. Now, it might have been more a product of Manny Pacquiao than Floyd in their eyes, but there is no denying. Everybody says Manny Pacquiao wasn't himself. Even Freddie Roach sat there and said there were some things we could have done differently. This is just 7-time trainer of the year who wants to come on my radio show and sit up there and bet me a pair of Tom Ford shoes. I didn't ask him for that bet. He's sitting there, Manny Pacquiao is going to knock him out in the 9th round. We've been preparing for this for years. Bob Arum, you have to understand, Stephen, I was his promoter for 10.5 years. I know him. I've seen slippage. Floyd is not the same anymore. He can't move. He's going to be a stationary target for the speed. And Manny Pacquiao, I asked Freddie Roach, this is Bob Arum talking. I asked Freddie Roach, is it possible that he could literally be hitting harder and going faster? I can't believe what I'm seeing. And then you get in the ring with Floyd, and he looked like everybody else. I'm not saying it's the most exciting thing in the world. I'm not going to lie to my viewing public here, but I'm telling you, the brilliance of Floyd Mayweather is comparable to what we saw from Pernell Whitaker when he went against De La Hoya, when he went against Julio Cesar Chavez. That kind of defensive wizardry is what made Manny Pacquiao
wait,
look
time
lost.
out. We got 3 minutes. You want to make your points and then pick this back up after? Or you want to go? Or you want to go now?
I have to make this point because I should have seen this coming.
Okay.
I should have known, even though we had different people come on the show and say, "Uh-oh, watch what happens if it goes to a decision with the judges." I should have known Manny Pacquiao from the Philippines would have no shot if it went to the judges in America, in the United States of America. Floyd's mystique is just too great. Blinded by the light. Everything that you're saying, those judges have heard again and again and again. I thought the scores were outrageously lopsided for the hometown home ring hero who is Floyd Mayweather Jr. So, I'm sorry, they were.
You're coming across as a sore loser, especially since you took off the hat and shirt too, because you lost the bet. You lost the bet. You bet in front of everybody right there poolside. You bet in front of America.
Manny Pacquiao won that fight.
You lost, Skip.
You won that fight.
So
you lost.
3 American judges said your guy won. I'm not accepting it. Sorry.
Skip is not believing that he lost the fight. You said that on Twitter that night. You will not go back on that. He wore the shirt for whatever.
I want y'all to know, first take, because nobody's pressuring Skip. I want America to know, everybody. First take, you have no dominion over me whatsoever anymore. I'm not honoring any bets.
All right.
You lost.
I wore it. I came out here and wore it.
2 hours.
I wore it. I wore it.
2 hours.
I came out.
The 2 hours.
I did it.
I want the hat at least.
He's saying he wore the Tony Romo jersey.
I want the hat at least. I don't care about the shirt. You putting on that TMT hat. You lost.
You enjoyed wearing the Romo t-shirt.
What?
Yes, you did.
Me?
You looked good in it.
Wearing a Cowboys
you looked
hat?
good in it. I looked terrible in that hat.
Hey, that's not my fault.
All right. Time out.
Put on the hat,
obviously,
Skip. I want the hat.
Stephen A's not honoring any more bets.
I'm not.
Do it.
The hat is just so silly looking.
And you don't want to wear it.
Deal with it. You did it to yourself.
You don't want to wear it.
I didn't do it to myself.
You did it to yourself.
They did it to me.
All right. We got a series tied, a game apiece. NBA history says when a best-of-7 series is tied at 1-1, the Game 3 winner goes on to win 76% of the time. Stephen A., what do you expect from tonight's game?
Well, I expect Derrick Rose to show up. It's his first game pretty much in 3 years on his home turf during playoff time. Considering the level of greatness he's capable of putting on display, he's usually inspired by that home crowd. I expect a big game for him, particularly coming off a 6-for-20 shooting performance in Game 2. The Bulls have no shot at winning this series if Derrick Rose doesn't show up and play like a star. We understand he isn't what he used to be yet. We're all obviously hopeful that he'll get back to what he was health-wise, because it's not about his game, it's about his health. But he needs to be aggressive, he needs to be in attack mode, and he needs to play far more efficiently than he did in Game 2. Being in the front of his home crowd, I can see the Bulls going up 2-1 tonight, handling their business. in Game 3. I could see these teams, however, splitting Games 3 and 4. Not really certain who's going to win which game, but I think the series will come back to Cleveland for a Game 5 tie 2-2 at the end of this weekend.
And I say tonight, if LeBron James again wears his headband, the Cavaliers will win this game. Iman Shumpert is obviously a question mark, but J.R. Smith returns. And the other night in Game 2, LeBron James figured out how to attack Jimmy Butler. I think that will continue tonight. I think LeBron will own this game again tonight. And I say Cavaliers win Game 3 at Chicago.
All right, to the West, Clippers, Rockets. Obviously, that series is tied at a game apiece. But here's the big question. Will CP3 play? Is his hamstring good to go after missing games 1 and 2? Status is still up in the air, Stephen A. So what do you expect from Game 3 tonight?
I expect the Clippers to feed off their home crowd, and I expect their effort to be similar to what it was against San Antonio in Game 1 of the first round, where the crowd was just ablaze. They were buzzing big time. I expect them to feed off the energy of their crowd. I expect Blake Griffin obviously continue to look like the star he's been looking like. I expect Chris Paul to play tonight as well. I think the Clippers win this game.
You know, this is a tough one for me, Stephen A., because I don't know if Chris Paul, if he does play, will he be 30% or 50% or 90% of CP3? I just don't know.
Well,
if he's not above 50% healthy, I might have to go with the visiting team in this game.
I'm picking the Clippers to win tonight's game, whether he plays or not.
Really? Okay. Well, then,
whether he plays tonight's game.
Well, then J.J. Redick's going to have to start making threes again, and Jamal Crawford's going to have to start making threes again, because when they go cold, the Clippers go south. So with if CP3 is like 50% or tries to play 20 minutes, they could have a problem tonight.
I think you'll see Dwight Howard. I think you'll see Dwight Howard hacked a little bit more in tonight's game.
Boy, that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, what about DeAndre Jordan? What are we expecting?
Well, DeAndre Jordan's going to miss free throws. He's going to make a few. He's going to have a few dunks. I think he's going to have a big game in terms of rebounding and his defensive prowess. DeAndre Jordan is big time. He's just awful from the free throw line. That's all.
Well, if James Harden gets to the free throw line 15 more times and makes all 15, that could decide the issue.
They shot 64 free throws. They're not going to get 64 free throws in Game 3.
Yeah.
And more importantly, Stephen A., since you are in L.A. and the game is legitimate, what are we expecting from the fans? Will they be talking to you first, or will they be going to just see the Clippers players?
Well, the fans always try to talk to me. Yeah. I mean, that's a given. I mean, ain't nothing going to change that way. And I talk to them because, you know, Stevie A, he doesn't just love the kids. He loves the people.
He loves the people? I was not aware of that.
I approve this message, I guess.
Yeah.
We hope you guys have a wonderful we hope you have a wonderful weekend.
You learn something every day?
Because it was literal embarrassment from the perspective that Manny Pacquiao, you know what? Oh, my Lord, he just got completely destroyed. No. What happened is Floyd Mayweather, as cool as the other side of the pillow, a tribute to my man, the great Stuart Scott, sat up there, came into the ring, heard all of this noise, this nonsense and everything else, and he said, I'm going to fight my fight. I know what I'm doing. I'm the magician in the ring. It went back to what I told you Floyd told me years ago. I can crack any Da Vinci Code in that ring. I'm the best. And that's what he did. He cemented the reality that he is the best of the modern day era. He took Pac-Man. He made him look slow. He made him look hesitant. He made him look like he didn't know what he was doing. And ultimately, he snatched Manny Pacquiao's.
Hey, we just saw the bet.
That's right.
You told him to do what?
I told Skip that when he lost, what he was going to have to wear, I was going to get to pick out his wardrobe. I never liked his wardrobe to begin with.
You don't know that. Yes,
but I think this is the first day I actually do like what he's wearing. Skip, come on out here, boy.
Skip is here. He didn't call in sick. I know you guys thought he might have called in sick. Skip, get over here. Be a good sport. Look, why is he looking that way? I don't understand. Skip, you are a mess.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Okay.
This is beautiful.
All right.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Workers' comp. I don't want to be damaged in the midst of this. So, Skip.
It demoralizes you. Manny Pacquiao actually looked like he quit. He looked so frustrated, so demoralized, because he got so schooled. He trapped Floyd Mayweather against the ropes. 1 minute, Floyd Mayweather is doing a rope-a-dope. The next minute, he'll grab him and he holds him, because that's what Floyd will do. He tried to trap him in the corner. Floyd kept escaping. Floyd was sitting there right in front of his face. The next thing you know, he was gone. Manny Pacquiao connected on 19% of his punches. 81% of his punches. This speed demon that y'all were talking about. This dude with the hands so fast. So much faster than Floyd Money Mayweather. So much more skilled than Floyd Money Mayweather. So much more powerful than Floyd Money Mayweather. Was hitting nothing but air. He got essentially embarrassed. Not because...
Skip Bayless
Zoom in on the head. Zoom in on the head.
is wearing TNT gear, the Money Team hat, as well as the Money Team shirt, and it says the best ever, TBE.
There you go. It looks nice on you, man. You know what I love about it more than anything? The shirt is actually in Cowboys colors.
The hat,
Isn't it beautiful?
the hat looks like an engineer's hat.
Hey, listen, you bought this on yourself. Skip Bayless will be wearing this for 2 hours. 2 hours today.
Wait, time out.
Yes.
Is that the deal?
Yes, it is.
He's wearing
yes, it is. Just
the
like
entire show?
I wore a Dallas Cowboys jersey and hat for 2 hours.
Whoa.
He's keeping that on for 2 hours.
You're keeping that?
keeping
Okay.
it
I
I've
didn't
got
know.
nothing to say. This show belongs from start to finish to my partner, Stephen A. Smith, who thinks he was victorious on Saturday night. The stage is yours.
All right. What happened, my friend?
Manny got schooled.
Okay.
That's what happened. Listen, was it the most exciting fight in the world? No, it was not. We understand that. There's a lot of people that have been complaining about it. They didn't see a knockout like I predicted. I thought Floyd was going to take him out in the 11th round. It did not happen. You thought Floyd was going to get taken out in the 7th round. It did not happen. Freddie Roach, who, by the way, now owes me a pair of Tom Ford shoes.
Wait, time out. And we looked them up. The shoes that you wanted specifically are $2,000.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And I want my shoes.
Okay.
I want my shoes, and I expect Freddie Roach to pay up. Okay. In reality, in all seriousness, here's what it comes down to, y'all. When you can't hit somebody,